Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to Best Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Right, it's Saturday and we have got a quirky map, but don't let that put you off. It is the best sort of quirky. It is quality through and through. It's a scenario map, a challenge map, which might have put a few of you off instantly. But when I tell you that this is the best example of this I have ever seen, you've got to be clued in now, haven't you? Sure, you've got to stick around for the show. It is phenomenal. Is it perfect? Is anything perfect? It is phenomenal though. Stick with me for this one. I don't think you're going to be disappointed. The quality is there in this one. And in this one too. Yeah, that's right. 5 hours approximately spent making today's show. So 20 minutes with me to balance things out. Seems about fair, doesn't it? Today's map is Pondocalypse now by Falamax. Right, now this is apparently an old map that's been rehashed. Never seen it, never heard of it. Really glad to have found it. Thank you very much, Falamax. There's your start square. It is your start square. It won't be your end square. It will not be your end square. There's your terrain heights. And again, this is key. Very important. Very, very important. And then resources look like this. I don't think you're going to be concerned too much with resources, more than about survival. Now, if you have Sunset Harbour, I wouldn't care about the fishing, to be honest with you. Just don't worry about it, right? Or the shipping. Off to the workshop, what do we need? The answer is absolutely nothing. No DLC, nothing to subscribe to. There is a little list of a well-written article, basically, and a list of levels and challenges that you can go for as well with the challenge. But all credit. We'll be using the Vanilla Boreal theme and the Realistic 1.2 LUT today for those of you that care. Right, your target is to get to this turret and basically build on that. Okay, well, build in this little elevated section there. There's the challenge for the map. Sounds easy enough, doesn't it? All you got to do is like build and buy the tiles and then buy some more tiles and build them until you get to there, and then you build by the turret. I would suggest, I think the rule has got to be you've got to have somebody move into a house on that location. Otherwise, building on there is one thing. Getting somebody up to there is a completely different thing altogether, as you're going to see. Networking, strong. The design of the entire map is strong. All of the credit goes to the creator for this. It is superb. We have got a little bit of blue mantle throughout the map. I don't think that's going to bother you at all because it is very much a scenario map. Although I do have to mark slightly down on in terms of detailing and aesthetics because blue mantle's never pretty. But it's irrelevant. It really is relevant really to this map, so I wouldn't let that bother you. This is your traffic that will be coming into your start square via this route, and that will emerge down here in these tunnels here, which are very nice. And we have an elevated highway going through the start square. There's your start square intersection, and that will work very neatly indeed. And then we stay elevated, and we head across. Now, the thing is, at the moment, I've got the game on pause for reasons that might be very obvious to many of you. But for those of you that aren't aware, we've got some water physics going to be happening in today's show. We have big old roundabouts. It's a one-way. It's going counterclockwise. And I guess this could matter a little bit in terms of how quickly you get traffic into your start square, or your second square, or your third square. Because as the water is rising, you want your traffic to be getting to your builds. I wouldn't be building over this way. This is the long way to get traffic into your city. I would be building onto the mirror of this one. Anyway, so we've got this. This is like level 1, okay, or level 2, because level 1 is down at ground level. Level 2. Level 3 is up here. Now, this is the next heights that we have to work with. And you get quite a bit of time building up at this level. Quite a long time, which we will show you later on. But don't hang around, okay? Do not hang around. Just keep building and build as fast as you can, because time is of the essence with this one. We'll follow this. Let's say the standards across here, you're going to like a lot of things, like just the detailing, like this dry river, okay? Okay, it is vanilla, it's basic, and we do have some slightly floating ships down here. Completely irrelevant, though, those slightly floating ships to the map, but it's a nice little thing that's been like a little nod to it. It's been, could easily have left it completely blank. And the vanilla rock work on today's map is really very nice as well. We've got a very sweepy looking wishbone intersection there. I've got nothing to mark down on that. Pause traffic, of course, pause traffic. It's got to be paused for the moment anyway. Then the big old bridge. Everybody loves a big old bridge. And that heads across to the edge of the map, where the traffic comes in and out over here via a hidden entrance right there. We do have rail as well, which we're going to have a quick look at as well. You're only going to get access to rail in a couple of spots, not right off the bat. But again, this is something that will end up being submerged in time. So just make the best of it. That's all you can do. Make the best of it. We'll be checking out the water physics again very soon. There is no shipping on today's map. And we are not really concerned with water flow because the water is moving. Believe me, the water is moving. So just you'll be fine. You'll be absolutely fine. I'm panicking every moment of the build. The rail then comes in from this side. We've got a mirror on the opposite side of the map as well to this. Lovely little rail bridge there. And then this comes up to, this was level 3, wasn't it? Yes, level 3 up here. This is about as high as it gets before your game is over. Right, okay, and that is it. Let's come back after the intermission and we'll check out some of the finer details of this glorious map.
Are you struggling with water physics in the game? Are you constantly drowning and flooding your soggy little sins? Then you need the Beginner's Guide to Water Physics by BonBonB. Click the information button now.
I don't think that tutorial is going to help much with this. I really don't. Okay, so we've got the 25 tiles and we've got some really nice detailing. Texture work and terrain work. That's what I'm looking for. Some really nice terrain work where there doesn't need to be. And I approve and applaud the work that's been done. The vanilla rock work, again, it's these little feature areas. Again, they're going to be completely submerged. And they are really nicely done. We could probably live without some of the trees on the cliffs. So some of them I can buy into. Some of them are just clinging on for dear life. But again, over here, the vanilla rock work there works really well for the map. We do have some giant blue nipples. I have no idea what the giant blue nipples are about. But yes, obviously we'll be unpausing very shortly. And we'll have a look at that. So anyway, in the middle of the map, excuse me, middle of the map, we have this area down here where we've got, again, this is a mirror of the opposite side. These are a little bit more high on this side than the other side. And we do have the essential lighthouse. Isn't she lovely? Is she going to be up to her neck in water? I think she's going to be more than up to her neck in water at some point. And then more vanilla rock work as well. Can't fault that. We have got the Troll's Hole there. Yep, I know an old lady that lives in there. Oh, I got her ring back. And then and then we have the rail. The rail is, to be honest with you, everybody's favourite factory. Good to have it. The rail, yeah, we have got some catenary chaos, but there's going to be no trains running on this at all. I promise you, there's no way you're going to be connecting this up. So, yeah, there you go. On the opposite side, if we go a direct mirror from the everybody's favourite factory here, we have got it's a castle, and it's one of the best examples of it's a castle I've seen. On top of that, it uses a technique that I've never seen before. More lovely rock work there, but it uses a technique I've not seen, and I think people are going to be using it. After seeing it on today's show, I think people will be using this one. So we have the towers. We've got a slightly elevated cemetery, which I think would be happy if it was smoothed. We've got the towers. Nicely placed at the corners, and minor grumbles to come, but not too many, and that's all very nice. But how do you get into this castle? The answer is through the gatehouse. Here's the gatehouse. First of all, we've got the gate there, but yeah, you get in through the actual through a castle building, the vanilla castle building. You come through here, you take the left, and there's a doorway over here, which hopefully we can... Oh, no, what's bouncing up? But anyway, you see what I mean? You can actually get in and out of the castle through the actual castle. That is really brilliant. I love that. I don't know why we've never seen that before on this show, and I completely approve. We've got some minor issues with towers with the doors on the outside of the building, of the castle there and there, and I'm never a fan of the walls running through the towers. But again, I'm not really that worried on this particular map, and all told, I think I love the shape of the castle. I love that entry-exit design, and you know what? All credit. All credit. Big old fan of that castle. Right, so anyway, the map as a whole. There's your start square, down here. Right, so you're going to start building there, and then you're going to be moving inland to the higher elevations as you're going along. So that'd be maybe your third square, your fifth square, and you've got to find a way of getting across the map through the higher elevations and the higher elevations while the water is rising, to finally get across to, and here's that, your target point is all the way up here. Good luck with that one. I think if you can get, you build up your money in your account, I think getting up here won't be too much of an issue. But it's how much of the city is going to be destroyed, how much of your income is going to be destroyed. Would that prevent you from getting all the way up there? I don't know. Should be fun to find out, I reckon, anyway. Right, okay, back to Start Square, so we'll have a little look at today's quirky asset of the day. Back out to the Orient. Yeah, everything is from the Far East in this week's show, and we have got the Republic of Korea military vehicle prop pack by AHIU 00102. Lovely little bit of poetry there in your name, I like it. Yeah, great asset pack here. It's seven props, and they're all pretty amazing, so all credit there. And factoids, because factoids, I had one, I've lost it. Please don't do this to me. Please don't do... I had it. Oh yeah, Over the Rainbow. The scene from Wizard of Oz was originally cut from the final film because the producers thought it was too slow and contributed very little to the plot. It was only restored at the very last minute. But there we go. Republic of Korea military vehicle prop pack by AHIU 00102. Today's asset of the day. I'm Over the Rainbow. Over the Rainbow with that, I tell you. Oh, can you imagine if that was cut from that film? It's the key point, the pivotal moment of the film. Anyway, what have we got here? So we've got a couple of nipples up here, and the water is going to fill up here. It's going to fill all the way down into there. It's just a very phallic symbol there. Yes, I did notice. And then it's going to pour over down these banks here and start filling up this lower area. Okay, these are going to fill up and create little lakes and rivers. Like this one here is going to create a little lake there as well. And over here we've got yeah, this is going to fill up nicely. Then we've got a river over here which is going to fill up but not overflow. It's all really nice design. You'll be checking that one out, I promise you. And the dry river will stay dry for now. And then, like I say, you've got to build up to get to... This is your second tier. Let's have a look at the terrain heights. So this one is 175 meters. In fact, your start square down here, this one here is 163. Then it drops, okay, it drops to 125, so it's all going to fill up to there. Then up to 175, so this is just a little bit higher than the start square. And then we go to the next tier, which is over here, which is 270. That's a big jump. You've got about a 100-meter jump there. And I do have a long period of time to actually work with to get up to that height. Then you can buy yourself some time by demolishing this dam, probably on this side, but you could go the other side, and that will fill up the dry river with water, buying you a little bit of time. And then you've got to get across here somehow, but I reckon by now you've probably got enough money just to buy the tiles and build a big old bridge up there. So you could do it. A bit of a challenge, and something that I think a few of you will do. I reckon I might have a go as well. You never know. And I might record it if I do. The thing is, as a challenge map, what do you think? Well, as any old map, what do you think? I think we should start the simulation. Yeah. There we go. So we're starting on the 19th of November 2020. We'll make a note of that, and then we'll see how long we get to each level. Meanwhile, I turn to you and say, right, okay, while this is doing its job, what do you think of today's map? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. Click the I button now in the top right corner of your screen. It'll take you to the voting page where you can vote for free with a Facebook, Gmail, or even a free Patreon account. Right, okay, and I'll switch the lights back on because it was getting to sunset. I forgot to turn the day-night cycle off, so right, we'll be able to see what we're doing. Right, if I come over here, just show you how it's filling up before we go to my my opinions. It's filling up very neatly, and this dam is holding the water back as well. Excuse me, try not to die on you. But yeah, if I head over here and get back into the phallic position, and I'll give you my opinions on today's map. So aesthetically, it's very strong, it's very striking, it's beautifully designed. Big fan of it. I can't give it 5 stars because the blue mantles everywhere, but I'm going to go for a high 4. Very nice. Detailing, pretty much the same actually. Loving the work that's done on it. The planning is meticulous. If there wasn't so much in the way of blue mantles, again, we could be looking at a 5-star on this one. Again, way too much in the way of blue mantle. I've got to go 4 stars. 4 stars for detail. Gameplay potential. It's a challenge map, so it's not going to suit for everybody. I think it's maybe a 2, maybe 3 times playthrough before you either get bored or you conquer it, one or the other. So I think, again, multiple plays on this one. I'm not going to say unlimited, because I think once you cracked it, you cracked it. But I'm going to go, again, high 4. Very nice map indeed. Pondocalypse now by Falamax. I don't really know the history of this map, but Falamax has done a great job with what they've achieved here. And definitely, undoubtedly, gets the BonBonB seal of approval. Definitely, undoubtedly. Right, okay, so this is going to take a while. We are actually running at high speed. It might not appear it, but believe me, this is going to take a long time to fill. In fact, most of today's production time was spent just watching this slowly but surely fill. It doesn't look like it's slowly but surely filling, but then it overspills. Hooray! Right, okay, so now the excitement is starting to happen. How long is it going to be before our start square starts getting unusable, which is here? We're getting a little bit of overflow now. So remember, we started, that was it, middle of November 2020, and now it's starting to get to the point that I think now we have to have a look. So yes, December 2021 is where we are now. So you've got about 13 months of in-game time to clear the start square and get to this next level. Now when you get to this next level, you see how quickly it's filling up. But yeah, again, this is a little bit longer. That was, sorry, November. Yeah, where are we? That's 2023. April 2023 is where we are now. So you've got a couple of years and a bit to get up to the first elevated levels. Now this one took a while. This one took a long while. We are on super high speed now. Again, it doesn't show, but trust me, this was a long time. Very long time. In fact, you've got about 10 in-game years to work your way across, buying the tiles and getting to a point that you can salvage the operation. Now, I'm going to recommend that if you're going to break that dam to fill the centre, don't leave it too late, because as you're going to see, leaving it too late, once we start flooding, breaking the dam does not save what we've built. You can see here, we're just about to break here. So yeah, we're at 2031 there, April 2031. So I'm going to break these here, and you can see the flooding that we've got does not subside. I can't break all of it. Some of it is outside of the tile. But yes, you can see it's starting to flood inland there. And unfortunately, it was, I don't know, I broke it completely. And even with a fully broken dam, it doesn't clear the flood. So don't leave it too late. Break the dam as early as you can to buy yourself a little bit of extra time. Okay. And then we've got more flooding. Loads and loads of flooding. And then up here, we've got, well, a completely flooded map. So you need to get up here By February 2032 is when its time is up. So if you haven't got there by 2032, so 12 years, 13 years, maybe around about there to complete the challenge. Build fast, build smart. Pondocalypse now by Falamax. That is a beauty. I'm just going to let the water drain a little bit, and I'll show you what it looks like once it's settled back down to its normal. There you go. So if you wanted to build on the map as normal and letting the water drain all the way away, that's what your normal map would look like. Okay, right. I did promise you it was somewhat brilliant, and it is somewhat brilliant. So all credit to Falamax. Thank you very much for that. Really appreciated it. Right, okay, we've got to the end of the show. Thank you very much for watching, for commenting, for liking, and for subscribing, and to all of the BonBon buddies, both on Patreon and here on the YouTube membership. Thank you. If you're still here, though, you are part of the 20th Out Elite as well. Use the words of the day, carefully selected by myself, I think, for today's show. Use that into the comments to show that you are indeed an elitist. And I'll be back on Monday with some more What Maps. Best maps, one or the other. I'll decide by then.